Well, I don't like that. I want it to be inverted. So what I'm gonna do, hey possum.
I don't want to disturb it.
We're sorry, little guy.
This is the last step before we put the primer on. Hey.
Whoa, are you priming?
I'm adding primer.
Wow.
I'm going to cut this board somewhere down the middle because of this little piece here. I just shoved it in there real quick because I had to get some board up. But I think I'm gonna put another power outlet in the middle of it somewhere. And what else do I gotta do? And I'm gonna put down here in the bottom a little vent for the dryer vent. My electrician installed an outdoor electrical outlet, and what he did was he used this and he had it on the outside of the wall and down here. So it went right over this. Well, I don't like that. I want it to be inverted. So what I'm gonna do is I took this all apart. I traced the box with this. I put this over it, traced the middle here, down the sides, and then I just connected the lines here and everything. I'm gonna cut that out now, and I'm gonna use my multi-tool here and just trace those lines really well. And then I'm going to use this, and this right here will grab the back of the wall, and then when you tighten it, it'll bring it out and pinch it so that it's flush with the wall, and then we can have a flush electrical outlet.
Nate was working around the outside of our laundry room area by cutting out holes for the vents for the laundry, and also cutting out holes for the outlets on the outside, and just coming up with ways to creatively place these outlets. And instead of having them bulge out and stick out, he was like putting them inside so that they were flush with the siding, which made it look better and like aesthetically more pleasing to the eye. So, you know, these little details that he thinks of, I'm just so glad he does, because sometimes I would just never even notice those kind of things. I don't see the details of things. I just like, oh, functionality is like kind of like my one track mind. Everything's a canvas, like an art project. I'm so glad he has that ability to see things that way.
I'm taking this here outlet apart, and then I'm going to invert it so you can't see this big box. It's going to be cut out and then pushed into the wall. That's what I did over here, and then I put that cap on it. So it was originally, there was another one here, it stuck way out, and that hole there is where it came, the wires came through into the box that was like that one over there. So now I'm just going to fill that hole in. Then I cut a hole here with a hole saw that for the dryer vent. So now we have a dryer vent. It's a nice good steel one, and there's a flap on the inside here that when the wind or when the air blows, it'll open up and then it closes. So it's time to take this apart.
One of our neighbors had offered some old salvaged wood from her house, also in our historic district, to us. And so Nate headed over there to scope it out and pick out some of those pieces of salvaged wood. And he was surprised, I think they all were surprised actually, even including our neighbors, by the...
There is a possum.
He's playing possum right now.
Yeah.
Somebody to live in your backyard in a structure, so I guess they're
I
just
know.
apart.
We get a
Backyard cottage dweller.
guest, intruder, thing, animal that was living in the barn shed where this wood was being stored.
hey possum.
I don't want to disturb him.
We're sorry, little guy.
Yawn?
That didn't
Grumpy.
even look threatening. I was
No,
just like,
it's like I'm sleeping.
tired of this.
I tell you, there's never a dull moment around here in our neighborhood, and all this nature in the midst of the city and inner urban area, it's kind of like, I won't say like scary at times, it's like we have a fox that lives in our backyard in our neighbor's shed, and we've seen possums, we've seen raccoons, armadillo, you name it. This is kind of cool. I don't think I've seen a possum this close with like a white face like that. Just looked like a little stuffed animal or stuffed animal toy, and very interesting.
Hey, so this is the last step before we put the primer on.
Wow, you did a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of sanding.
Holy cow, look at the ceiling.
Uh-huh. So, yep, back at it. I use a sander pole for most of this. I do it from, you know, the pole. And this is good to go over all the fine areas.
Wow. And then so after this, it's priming.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nate is really getting the mudding down in the bathroom. It's just been taking, like everything else, a little bit longer than expected, but so needed, and he's been working so hard, and just a big job. Okay, sir.
Hey.
Whoa, are you priming?
I'm adding primer.
Wow, it's kind of
So-
dark because you don't have the light on in here, right?
Yeah.
But you have the natural.
I
window.
I took the lights out.
Oh, okay, that's safe.
Yeah.
This is exciting! Oh my gosh, we're actually gonna have a real wall in here?
Yeah, so when you put it on, it's almost clear, and then when it dries, it gets
Darker.
whiter.
Okay.
Yeah, like fills it in better.
So now we can pick paint colors.
Yep.
Maybe we'll wait till the whole house is
But now,
primered.
what we have to do is we have to decide, are we going to do beadboard everywhere, which if we
That's
do,
true.
it's going to be like, I shouldn't have done all this work because we're going to cover it anyway. But we don't know.
Hopefully we don't end up putting beadboard on the walls, because then it was like he did that for nothing. But we still are living with that drywall today because we have not figured out what we want to do with it yet. That is on the to-do list along with a lot of other projects. But as always, the good thing is that we're getting the practice in and learning new skills. Well, at least he's learning them and practicing, and I'm learning from him the skills that he's learning. But it was good for you to practice, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
To use the bathroom to practice, and you did a great job.
For sure.
This is cool.
Yep. Maybe get a little photo. Okay, I got these windows covered up. I stapled them lightly just to keep any spray paint from going on them.
Remember earlier how I talked about the detailed eye that Nate has? Well, here he goes again with all of the metal that's just around the siding and how it looks, and of course wanting everything to blend in with the house and not stick out. So we've got that metal pipe cover that goes around the pipes for the AC unit, taking it from the actual unit that's housed outside up through to the attic of the house, and that's metal. And then we've got the outlets and electrical boxes and whatever else has metal. He was using a primer, like a metal primer, to cover up that metal color so that it would blend in with the rest of the white cottage, and just looked so much better after he did that.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint this with some metal primer. That's a cover for the air conditioner, the pipes that go up through there into the attic. I also want to spray paint these outlet electric panel things, so should look better. Here's a view from back here, so let's see a before and after. There it is. I coated it as best I could with one can of paint. There is some spots that look kind of light, but I'm gonna be painting everything over again, so all I have to do is really kind of cover it with the primer. I think it looks better, much better. I just primed all of this and I ran out of paint, but I didn't realize I had one more in there, so yeah, so this is metal primer.
Did you get a video of it before you did this?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna,
So I can show the before and after.
So I'm gonna hit it better now, because I got everything covered up.
Yeah, it needs like another.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, cool. So you got a video of it before you started.
Yeah.
Cool. Where did you find that one?
It was in there.
Wow. Oh, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Even just that other extra coat.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the difference. Much better. What happens if we get like a different color? Like an off-white?
We spray paint over everything at once.
Oh, when we do the whole color?
This is really just to cover it.
And I see you covered the unit or the
This is
equipment.
mostly just to cover the bare metal.
Ooh, it's stinky.
Oh yeah. Ooh, it's a little runny because I'm at the bottom of this thing and I had to put it on a little thicker than I would have liked. Oh well. I found a second can of primer I didn't realize I had, so I went over and hit that better. So I think that looks really good. Yeah!
If you want to read more about this journey and see additional photos and more information, check out our blog, journeydowntheroad.com. You can also pick up a free small space living guide there.
Thanks so much for joining us on this journey. We're so glad that you are sharing this adventure with us. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
All this is wood that I tore out of the house. Making a pile of it. It's kind of cool. It matches the wood almost. This is obviously reclaimed lumber. It's from the house. It's original. And I just scrub. And then I put them out. I put them all down, upside down.